Velvet Buzzsaw.
The Velvet Buzzsaw, right?
Yeah.
The Velvet Buzzsaw. Now, cast. Jake Gyllenhaal is Moff Vanderwalt, right? Renee Russo is Rhodera Hayes.
Right. Azar Ashton.
She's is Josephina.
Yeah.
Toni Collette is Gretchen. David Diggs. Now you know David Diggs has been in quite a few films since Blind Spotting. Remember we reviewed Blind Spotting like a year and a half ago. I mean, 2 years ago, right? We reviewed that, right?
And most recently, we've seen him in, he played Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, he played Frederick Douglass in Good Lord Bird.
Yeah.
John Malkovich is Piers. Natalie Dreyer is Coco, right? Coco is an interesting character.
Yeah, she is.
She's a character that is a label hopper, and that's what we'll say about that. Okay, so synopsis. A collection of art is found by a wannabe social status hopping, wanting to compete, ambitious art curator's assistant.
Right.
But at what cost? I can't read my own writing. Well, at what cost does the art? At what cost to the art world are the pieces sold?
Okay.
All right. So a collection of art is found by a wannabe social status hopping, wanting to compete, ambitious art curator's assistant. But at what cost to the art world are the pieces sold? Right? So this young lady finds these art pieces, right? In the most unusual way.
Unusual.
Now, what makes this film so great is it's about the art world, the painting, the art world, and it is anything but pedestrian. I mean, you can look at just the trailer alone and tell how they're telling the story with images of POV. Right? It's a Sundance favorite. And the imagery and the angles that they use to tell the story is anything but pedestrian. I was sitting up there watching the film. I was like, oh man, this is beautiful. The way that they shot this film. The different lens sizes. You can see it right here in the trailer. You can see how it's done and how the story is told to you. It's not just one single shot in the person. It's like switching and moving angles, but it's just the right degree of excellence. If I want to give a film something where I would say, I want to give a film where I would say that it's excellent, I would say that Velvet Buzzsaw, with its use of images, size images, the use of lighting, the use of color to tell the story, to give the emotion, it's a 10. Right? The cinematography is a 10, right? Automatically off the rip. The storyline, through line. After they set it up
so nice.
Beautiful. They set it up. The woman, the Josephina woman has a dramatic need. There's a initiating event. They show you her dramatic need first. Then they give you the initiating event. And then from there, the story moves forward. It is beautifully shot with an ensemble cast, and each ensemble cast member has a dramatic need and initiating event. That's what makes this so good. Like when Russo's character enters the room, right? The Hayes woman enters her assistant's room, soon to be former assistant, and turns to partner. Her dramatic need is heard, and that's the initiating event when she sees what she sees. So each one has their initiating event and dramatic need within this ensemble cast, right? So I mean, it's beautifully done. It's not pedestrian at all, right? So the storyline through line is a 10. Sound and editing, the pacing on it is superb. That's a 10. Character arc. Each one of the characters' arc. I'm not going to give anything away. That's a 10.
Too great to give away.
Acting skill, the emoting, the close-up when Jake Gyllenhaal
and Toni Collette, that scene.
When Jake Gyllenhaal is up close and he's starting to see things. The character is starting to see things. The Vanderwalk. When he's starting to see things, he takes it there, and he is out acting Russo in many of the scenes, right? That's a 10, right? Wardrobe and sets, showing the painter, not the painter, but the art world, and then the clothing that goes along with being an art presenter, curator, beautifully done, right? Locations, using the city as a location, that's a 10. Story beats, by far, that's a 10. Believability on the horror, definitely believable, that's a 10. Historic facts, going back and researching the historic fact of this artist and using historic references within the city that they're in to tell the story, that's a 10. So what would you give Velvet Buzzsaw?
An easy 10. Again, just like we spoke about earlier, we saw that Jake Gyllenhaal is in it, so we said, okay, we know this is going to be good because he does a really great job picking scripts. So like the surrounding actors, like the supporting cast, just beautiful. And we talked about when we were watching the film, you said, look at the scene, look at her eyes, look at her, look how she's emoting. Toni Collette in the scene between her and Jake Gyllenhaal was just superb because it was just like all in like the eyes. It was like subtle. Her acting was so subtle, but it did show her dramatic need was like all in her face.
And you could see his disgust at what she was asserting to him, and it was subtle on his face. And so they were playing opposite. They were giving and taking. He was sending bass, she was sending back mid-range. And then he just totally took the scenes from Russo, right? So
it's just like the acting, the dialogue. I love, like you said, the way the film begins. It's like it's subtle. You know, you're introduced to all the characters and in the relationships that they have with each other, and then it gradually opens up until you kind of. I don't want to give it away because it's titled as like I can see the drama part, but it's a horror drama, so I can see the horror part
in it too. And it's suspense in it too.
It is. It's suspense in it too. Well written.
So that's a 10 for you?
It's definitely a 10 because I'm going to tell you, I have never ever seen a film like this. Have you? I mean, like where the worlds collide.
Yeah, the worlds are colliding.
Like just like a drama, suspense, like a fashion world, like arts, art gallery and
the treachery of art.
The treachery of art. In the end, all of a sudden, they drop in a bomb of horror out of the blue, and it's believable.
It's believable.
It's believable.
And once you see the Coco character, you feel sorry for her.
Yeah, because poor thing.
Poor thing. So, Velvet Buzzsaw is a 10